I come under 8 Rule 4 of our rule to enable me bring another matter of urgent public importance that has to do with the gruesome murder of an 18-year-old SS2 Cyril Obruche yesterday by men of the Nigerian Army in Obruche in Ethiopia East Delta State. Mr. Speaker, it's quite urgent because there's tension in the community and the people are spoiling for self-help. I think if we do something urgent, we might avert that, and certain punishment and sanction will be meted out to the officers that are responsible. I beg to move.
Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Ifa Chudimoma.
22, an army officer attached to Presco PLC shot dead in broad daylight an 18-year-old Cyril Obruche, a secondary school student of Delta State Company in Ower, Alaja, Delta State. Aware that Presco PLC, without recourse to the community and the relevant government agencies in the state, unilaterally erected a gate on the only access road constructed by the Niger Delta Development Commission to enable the community access their farms for their livelihood. Informed that the deceased with several members of Obruche community in Ethiopia East of Delta State had on the fateful day yesterday visited the management of Presco to complain over the gate as obstructing their access to their farms and requested that the company should remove the said gate from the road or create an alternative route for them. Further informed that while discussions were on, an army officer attached to the company brought out AK-47 and shot the deceased, Cyril Obruche, who died on the spot. The actions of the army officer triggered spontaneous protests and demonstration by members of the communities, which led to breakdown of law and order. Worried why the army officer, in apparent display of raw power, shot dead a harmless citizen of this country with impunity and without legal recourse, concerned that despite the spite of insecurity in the country, officers and men of the Nigerian Army are stationed at a peaceful community and attached to a private company, Presco. Presco is a palm oil producing company that purchases fresh palm fruits, bunches, and palm kernel from farmers. Mr. Speaker, believe that unless appropriate machineries are put in place to unravel why officers and men of the Nigerian Army are posted to guide private companies when their services are urgently needed elsewhere, and also thoroughly investigate the circumstances that led to the gruesome murder of the said Obruche by the army officer with a view to bring the culprit to book, the security of lives and property of once peaceful Obruche community in Ethiopia's Delta State may no longer be guaranteed. Resolved to 1, direct the Chief of Army Staff to forthwith redeploy the officers and men of the Nigerian Army attached to Presco in Obruche community in Ethiopia East of Delta State from the place, mandate the Inspector General of Police to ensure that the Presco PLC immediately remove the gate it erected across the farm access route in the affected community to foster further breakdown of law and order. Direct the management of Presco PLC to compensate the deceased family without delay. And finally, Mr. Speaker, mandate the House Committee on Army to liaise with officers and men of the Nigerian Army while they are drafted to a private company, knowing fully well they are overstretched to meet the security demand of the country, and also investigate the gruesome murder or whatever led to the murder of the master Obruche and report back in 2 weeks. I beg to move.
Seconder. Honorable Tijani.